Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This weekend I saw Gone Girl starring Rosamund, Pike, Neil Patrick Harris, Tyler Perry. That's really weird to have those two in the same sentence and in the same movie. And of course, Mr. Ben Affleck. This is With a K Review. I'm Victor. And you thought that 7 farked with your mind? That ending farked with it? Oh no. Oh no, sir. Oh no. This one.
With a K Review! It's VIC?
No, it's with a K.
Oh.
So when I started to see previews for this movie, I thought, okay, this is just going to be another, murder mystery. Let's follow the clues and see what happens. And then I saw that it was directed by David Fincher, and this guy is an amazing director. He's done a lot of great movies like these over here, and out of all of those, I really think Fight Club's one of my favorites. 7 is really up there. Social Network I thought was really great. I didn't really like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button because I fell asleep halfway through it. But all in all, David Fincher is a really good director and writer, and he really knows how to get the best out of all of his actors. And this movie, I really wish I could actually go through this movie with you right now, but if I did that, I'd be kind of a jerk. Come on. But what I can say about this movie is that it is kind of like a murder mystery for the first hour and a half of the movie. And this movie actually has a 2.5 hour runtime to it. And in that first hour and a half, you get introduced to Nick Dunn and Amy Dunn, and they're this new couple, and it starts to show, her disappearance at the beginning, and then it starts to go back a little bit, showing a little bit of the past. And it really does that for the first hour and a half of the movie. And I enjoyed it doing that because it wasn't really until the end of the movie that I really appreciated that first hour and a half, but then something really happens at that hour and a half mark. And it's really a big twist in the movie, and I want to say that that first part of the movie, you have Nick and Amy, and they're really kind of going at each other in the past, and then you have Nick who's trying to deal with his wife being gone and the social pressures of everything. And there's so much that Ben Affleck puts into this performance that it's really amazing. And Rosamund Pike, who plays Amy, she does probably such an amazing performance. It's so weird because I cannot tell you anything more after that big twist at the hour and a half mark, that she does such an excellent performance that I almost want to say she deserves an Academy Award. And the same thing really goes for Ben Affleck. He does a really good job in this movie. And even though they do a really good job, it's really the supporting characters in this movie that help keep everything really built up. Sort of like Tyler Perry, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. Tyler Perry did a good job. And so does Neil Patrick Harris. He plays almost that 1 hour photo with Robin Williams, that creepy type thing. He really does this well in the movie, and you guys are going to see NPH in a whole new light. And what's also really interesting is Nick Dunn's sister, Margot, who's played by Carrie Coon. I have not seen her in anything else. Absolutely nothing. I think she was in the Leftovers. I think that's on HBO or something, and she's 10 episodes of that, but I have not seen her in anything. If you watch the movie, she is really that keystone of the movie. She kind of keeps everything at its level in the movie, and it was amazing because after that first hour and a half, she helps really keep it all together. And to be honest, I think she kind of deserves an award nod as well. And the other thing that I actually really enjoyed with this movie is that it wasn't afraid to add a little bit of comedy in it from Tyler Perry, Neil Patrick Harris a little bit, even the sister Margot. It added it just enough for it not to be too corny, but to kind of lighten the mood, because this is a 2.5 hour movie, and to be honest, with all the previews, you are going to be sitting there for 3 hours, almost like a Hobbit time. But it's really at that hour and a half point. That hour and a half point when that major twist happened, which I kind of saw and that I can't tell you about. It's that point when everything just starts to get so incredibly weird. Not weird in a bad way, but weird in a good way. And if I could actually show you my facial reactions out of every little plot point that happened after that and the twists and turns that this movie took, it would kind of look something like this. What the fuck? For real, guys, the ending of this movie is just, it's so messed up. And it's again, I say it's not messed up in a bad way. It's just when I left the movie theater and I was talking to people, all the women that left the theater said, I hate this movie. And I can understand why they didn't like the ending, but this movie really dares to, after that major twist, to go into a totally different realm. And that's what David Fincher does so well, is he does that. He goes beyond the beyond. And he really messes with you in your head, and like it takes a couple days for you to kind of figure out how this movie is and to really appreciate everything in it. So I think I'm going to give this movie actually an honorary, the highest grade that I can give it, without going over 9,000, because I did feel that it was just a little bit too long, but there were so many great things with this movie. I'm going to give it that honorary over 9,000, and I'm going to say that you guys need to go see this movie right now for any price at the theater. When it comes out on Blu-ray, make sure to buy it, and when it comes up on streaming, you put it in the #1 spot, because if you miss this movie, you'll be gone, girl. Ugh. Anyway, as always, thanks guys for watching my show. I really do appreciate all the viewers, subscribers that I do have. Make sure to whack up there or whack right here if you want to subscribe or see any of my past reviews. And let me know, what do you think about Ben Affleck as an actor versus being a director? Do you guys want to see him direct more? You want to see him act more? He's going to be Batfleck, so let me know in the comments below. And you know what? Never forget, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. But thanks for coming back and seeing me.